Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. All right, so we are, instead of uploading another video, I'm out here working on the set for tomorrow night to get ready for game time, and the news came across that chances of Zack Martin are playing are remote. The minute he tested positive on Saturday, too much time has happened in order for him to participate. I believe Jerry Jones' gamemanship with the Bucs was also great marketing to keep the story alive, but the chances are he is not going to be able to play. So that's where we are at this moment. Sadly, he won't be there. The good news is at least he's the only guy basically that we're going to be missing. What's up? How are you doing? Bucks, okay, in the house. What's up, man? Looks like you guys will definitely have us without one of our stars. Hang on one second. I'm sorry. Well, okay. Basically, what they're saying is right now that they haven't ruled him out, but they might as well rule him out because they say literally the problem is this. If they're saying right now, this would be my assumption, and my assumption can always be wrong. What's being reported is this is by Michael Gerlich, I can't pronounce it. Cowboys right guard Zack Martin won't play Thursday evening at the bus, sources said. Teams held out hope, willing to fly him into Tampa on a private jet Thursday, but the recovery from COVID-19 has not reached the stage. Week 2 against the Chargers is realistic. So what this is basically saying is he still has some symptoms. Yeah, McGovern, well, here's the thing. McGovern, let me switch cameras up here for you guys real quick. So that way I can look over here at the comments. McGovern, he played games last year for us. He's not bad. He's not bad. In fact, we heard rumors that some teams were interested in trading for him. And the reality is good offensive linemen are few and far between to be able to find. So it's not as bad as Frank Joseph. Mark was really dumb to think Martin was back was even a possibility. It's not dumb. We've heard different things. It was a possibility. It was a possibility. There's a lot of things that are possibilities, Frank Joseph. Had he passed, here's what my thing is the way the rules go after testing positive, because a lot of people test positive for COVID and never have any signs. The players are being tested on a weekly basis. So some people test positive, have no indications whatsoever. Others end up having all the signs of having COVID in its full blown. The way the rules read, Frank, is after showing no signs, 48 hours after showing no signs of COVID, you can retake the test, and if you pass that one, and then one more 24 hours afterwards, it's possible. And for you to go and said I was dumb, well, apparently the Cowboys had already chartered already had a private jet ready to go, and they were hoping that it could happen as well. So, be it whatever, haters are going to hate. And I'm only reporting the possibilities of things. There were a debate about Connor Williams versus Connor McGovern. Yeah, and so, that was one of the reasons why they looked and said, we can play Connor Williams at center and guard, and he could be our backup because Connor McGovern actually played center as well. But I think they focused on him just being a guard, and it's a good thing that we did not trade him. This is what you have to be prepared for is guys are going to go down. There goes George Murphy with his unnecessary negativity. George, that's MC George. That's the same jackass that was that the Cowboys won't re-sign Dak. They're going to let him walk. They don't have the money to sign him. No, that Know that you Cowboy fans always jealous and wonder why you are home for the past quarter century. Anyway, you know what? I don't have the right one out here. Shit.
Situation requires is a whole lot more, and you shut your motherfucking ass up.
Jealous of who? Yeah, there you go. What's the news about Zack Martin? Zack Martin, it's looking like he is not going to play. Now, the good news, of course, is everybody who was on the injury report was a full participant for practice. So the only hand right now that we are short is Zack Martin, which in games, of course, last year, we were well in the red. No, hold up. Frank Joseph, hold it. See, don't start trying to put shit in my mouth. I said, how do you think Zeke Elliott runs without an offensive line? I pointed out to a multitude of things on Zeke Elliott. One, Zeke Elliott having COVID and having symptoms that we saw before training camp. If you're saying that wasn't a factor, I'll say you're an idiot. Two, you got down to a fifth tackle. You didn't have an offensive line. I don't know how you guys think that a guy can run the football without having any blocking. Third, he didn't have his quarterback in there, so passing wasn't a threat. There were a multitude of reasons why Zeke Elliott was down. So don't come in here acting like you know what the fuck you're talking about when you're only being partially, giving part of the story. Zeke Elliott had COVID. Zeke Elliott's offensive line was shit. Zeke Elliott did not have a passing attack. All three of those things contribute to being a down year. I did not say Zeke was the only reason Zeke Elliott didn't get, 1,500 yards was COVID. I never said that. I was one of the few people who actually brought up that he did have COVID. I'm one of the few people that brought up the fact that the offensive line was terrible last year. Everybody else just said, Zeke Elliott, he's just old. I said, you kind of have to give him the benefit of the doubt on a year where you didn't have all of those things. Jonathan, true. He's not the only one who had COVID. I agree with that. But COVID attacks different people. A lot of people don't die from COVID, right? Not everybody who gets COVID dies. There are different levels of how it attacks. I can tell you right now. You check this out. You see this knee? See that right there? That was strep. I had a streptococcus A infection, okay, like strep in the throat. Most people, it doesn't attack the knee. Most people don't get an infection that turns into a flesh-eating bacteria. Me, unfortunately, I was one of the lucky ones that it did, or unlucky ones, I should say. I'm sure a lot of you have had strep throat, right? Yeah. Zinc throat lozenges, a few bad days like a cold, and you're good. Well, in my case, it attacked me differently, and I spent 2 weeks and 3 knee operations to save my life. So when you looked at Zeke Elliott, and wait a minute, you know what? Because I'm sitting there arguing with people. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Well, this isn't the one I'm looking for.
I'm feeling good.
Oh, no, this is...
I would say I had maybe 1 or 2 days where I felt symptoms, and even then it wasn't too bad. I had a cough and a little bit of shortness of breath, but now I would say I feel good. I feel normal. Still can't work out. I gotta wait until I could have went and got retested this week. I just decided, I mean, it won't hurt just to wait another week and just give myself more time.
Let me make sure that you guys see the whole thing. Okay.
I would say I had maybe 1 or 2 days where I felt symptoms, and even then it wasn't too bad. I had a cough and a little bit of shortness of breath, but now I would say I feel good. I feel normal. Still can't work out. I gotta wait until I could have went and got retested this week. I just decided, I mean, it won't hurt just to wait another week and just give myself more time.
Are you guys hearing that?
Rest up.
Did you hear?
I feel good.
Hold it. I want you to listen to him again, and listen carefully to his breathing. You hear? Okay. You hear him like that, right? You hear that? This is in July. Okay.
I would say I had maybe 1 or 2 days where I felt symptoms, and even then it wasn't too bad. I had a cough and a little bit of shortness of breath, but now I would say I feel good.
Did you see that? Did you see how hard he had to work to grab that breath to speak? Okay. Now again.
Normal. Still can't work out. I gotta wait until I could have went and got retested this week. I just decided, I mean, it won't hurt just to wait another week.
Did you get it there again? Did you see that, right? Okay. This was July 15th.
Just give myself more time to rest up, but I feel good. I got corona and it really didn't affect me much. But
you see that again, right? You see that, right? You hear him struggling.
A lot of people have kids. You know, they may have kids with asthma. They may have newborn babies. Their parents or grandparents may live with them, and we have to find a way just to make sure that the players and their families, and the coaches also and their families, aren't put at risk. I do hope that we have a season, but I mean, it just has to be. It has to be right. It has to. We got to put the health of the players and the coaches and.
Okay, I think that's probably enough of that for now, but I bring that back because when you watched him right there, you could see that he was actually having a little trouble breathing right then, and he said, "Well, I can't work out." You know, okay, that's a long ways from being in the shape that he is right now. I dare say that when you look at him now and when you looked at him back in, July when he was working out and we were in training camp, that guy right there is a lot different than the guy we have right now. So having gone through that COVID situation, and I'll even look and say Cam Newton between him getting COVID before how he was playing versus when he came back were two different things. Okay? So, seeing him where he was right there, and they could say he was just out of shape. Part of it might have been out of shape because he couldn't work out the same way he has now. Okay? So, yes, out of shape, coming back from COVID, bad offensive line, no Dak Prescott. All of those things together are going to contribute to a year being down. Derrick Henry, right now, he is. Now, the question will be is, how long will he be able to stay there? Because here's the problem. That fourth year of running backs typically is the peak. Derrick Henry is really, really good. But we've seen a lot of running backs that have been really, really good, and all of a sudden they drop off the face of the earth. Remember Chris Johnson with the Titans? Chris Johnson, with the gold teeth there, he was the shit. He was the bomb diggity. Let me pull up Chris Johnson's stats here, because this is what happens, unfortunately.
They was going to be able to do was going to change my mind. I think.
Hold up. Shut up, Shannon. Chris Johnson stats. Hold up. Chris Johnson stats. All right. Let me flip cameras again. I wish I actually had brought the board out. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream right here. But see, if you look at Chris Johnson was macking like a mother humper. Okay? His rookie year, 1,200 yards, 9 TDs, 4.9 yards a carry, right? His second year was freaking insane. 2,006 yards, 5.6, 125 yards a game. But from that point on, he dropped like a rock. 1,300 the next year, averaging only 4.3. The next year, 4 yards a carry, and only 1,047 yards. So literally, running backs, they have those crazy years, and then all of a sudden, that shit catches up with them. Now, I'm not saying that Derrick Henry won't be that guy, but here's the thing. Let's pull up those stats. Here's what happens after you hit that 2,000-yard mark. Now, he had 2,000 yards, I think, all-purpose, but you're never the same. So we look at, oh, no, he was 2,000 last year. Here's the thing. If you think that Derrick Henry is going to be a 2,000-yard carrier next year, don't count on it. Almost to a man, with the exception of Barry Sanders, they hit that 2,000 yards, and they're done. They drop like a crazy. I mean, it's just insane. So for him to go 2,027 yards last year, I didn't realize he was 2,000 last year. He's going to come back down to earth. It's just the nature of the beast. You only have so many hits in your body, and for that 5.4 yards, I'm not saying that he's going to drop like Chris Johnson did, but 1,500 yards would probably be more likely. It is true. Let's see. Brady is a cheater. Well, they have been caught a couple of times, with, their hands in the hen house, with Bill Belichick and stuff. But, hey, as the old saying goes, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's the way it kind of goes. Like Todd Gurley. Well, Todd Gurley, you can look at Todd Gurley. You can look at Chris Johnson. You could look at DeMarco Murray. He didn't get 2,000 yards, but he had that 1,800 yard season with us. He was never the same after that. Jamal Lewis with Baltimore, same thing. Hit that 2,000 yard mark, and boom, they come downhill. So that may be one of those things that we can see. No, hell no. Jonathan Solomon, you don't want your running back to get 2,000 yards. You get 2,000 yards, you're done. You are completely done. What you really want to get Zeke is to get out 1,400 yards running, but you want to get him yardage in the passing game, catching the ball on the outside. You don't want him to have to keep taking on those big hits up the middle. You want him to be the guy who's able to get started and get away from the defensive line. I mean, which would you rather be hit with? Would you rather be hit by Ndamukong Suh and those guys in the middle, or would you rather be going out there and getting hit by a cornerback? I would say be hit by a cornerback. That's where it is. So, no, look for Henry to come back down to earth. American Team Cowboys Show Protect. This is Jerry Jones' Cowboys Show. Jealousy and hatred. I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to all the haters. But you know what? It's cool. They got nowhere else to go, man. They got nowhere else to go. And I'm all right with that. I just hope that all of these haters that come in when the Cowboys come back and they win against Tampa Bay, that they come in and say, you know what? I didn't believe you, Mark Holmes. I didn't believe you. But, hey, congratulations. But I bet you if the Cowboys win, that's the last thing they'll do. They'll be like cockroaches. They'll be running and hiding. Our offense needs balance also. And that's the key right there, Sugar Daddy Williams. For Dak Prescott, if Dak Prescott's got to throw for 400, 450 yards every game, we're screwed. We're screwed. If Zeke Elliott has to run the ball 30 times a game, we're screwed. You want to see Zeke having about 20 carries and Dak Prescott throwing the ball about 35. Having a balanced attack and getting Tony Pollard in the mix. PRD, if I'm living in fairy tale land, so be it. So be it. But I'm going to believe what I'm going to believe, and I'm going to stand by my team, unlike, Skip Bayless, who claims to be Bucks winning this game easy. Well, we'll see. You know what? We'll see. Cowboys may not win it, but I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk for Tampa Bay. No, he's going to do that, Mark. He will change the name again. MC. Yeah, he will. He's a little punk. I know. George Murphy. I got it. Zach Wilson for MVP. How they have Barkley on some. Okay. Hey, what's up, Roland? How are you doing tonight? I'm excited to see Trevor. Trayvon Diggs and Nashawn Wright. Yeah, well, Nashawn's probably not going to be starting. Greetings from, wow, these are coming through. Like I said, I just came in here real quick because it was easier than uploading and waiting and all that. Zach Martin is basically out for tomorrow. Well, here's what's good is, like last year when we started the season without Lyle Collins, and you got guys like Brandon Knight that are playing 13 games. Connor McGovern was one of those guys that got his first starts last year. Hopefully that's going to pay dividends. Also, too, with everybody who's looking at Tampa Bay and saying Tampa Bay, that they're unbeatable, that's some bullshit. The only team last year during the season that they beat with a winning record was the Green Bay Packers. This is the same team that lost to the Bears. This is the same team that got blown out twice by New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So to say that Tampa Bay is already just give them the trophy is very short-sighted. Let's play another little game here real quick too. I'm not going to be on here for too long. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff to finish doing to get set up here for tomorrow. But let's look at 2020. All right, we're going to look at Week 1 power rankings. Okay. NBC Sports power rankings, Week 1. Let's just go through and see how much this stuff really means. In the 32nd spot, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right? And that one was right. The Jaguars were one of the worst teams in football. 31st, they had the Washington football team. Oh, shit. They ended up winning the NFC East, surprisingly. The Jets at 30, well, that was about right. Carolina Panthers at 29, not far off. The Giants, 28th. They were a little bit better than that. Miami Dolphins at 27. Damn. They ended up being a 10-win team. Okay. The Chargers at 26. Well, they were 7-9. They definitely improved. The Bengals at 25th. I would say that the Chargers were a lot better than the Bengals were last year. Just saying. But let's go on. The Raiders at 24. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that too much. The Rams at 23. Oh, shit, the Rams were a playoff team. Second in their division. Cardinals at 22nd. Okay. They were a little bit better than that. The Lions at 21. They were worse than that. The Texans at 20. They were definitely worse than that. Cleveland Browns, they had Cleveland at 19. Oh, shit. Cleveland. They had it 19 last year. Okay. Falcons, they had it 18. Higher than the Browns. Okay. Let's keep on. They had the Green Bay Packers, who went to the NFC Championship game, at 17. Okay. They had Denver at 16. Higher than the Green Bay Packers. Okay. New England at 15. They were a little bit worse than that. Minnesota Vikings, they had at 14. Higher than the Green Bay Packers. Okay. The Bears, they had higher than the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota. Okay. The Tennessee Titans, they had 12. Well, they were better than 12. They had our Cowboys at 11. Where did we finish up? This was actually NBC Sports. This was last year, the beginning of the year. Buffalo Bills at 10. Okay, they're a little bit better than that. They had the Colts at 9. If you're in the top 10, you're a playoff team, basically. The Eagles, they had the Philadelphia Eagles at 8. Huh. Okay. Steelers at 7. Seattle Seahawks at 6. San Francisco 49ers at 5. Okay. Because you know what they said? Super Bowl team. Great coach. They'll repeat. Huh. Tampa Bay, they had at 4. That's not too far off. Baltimore at 3. New Orleans at 2. And Kansas City at 1. So here we had the defending NFC team, championship team, ranked at 5th after week 1. Did they end up at 5th? No. They had the Super Bowl hangover. They were ass. So for people to turn around and say, oh, Tampa Bay, yeah, they're defending Super Bowl champions. They're going, oh, the Cowboys got no chance. Really? Really? Are you sure about that? The top 10 healthiest teams all won 10-plus games except the Falcons. Yep. There you go, Philly D. Great statistic. And also, too, the teams with the best quarterbacks. Danny G, that may be true because we still have a pretty good offensive line with Lyle Collins back, full participant in practice, and Tyron Smith. That definitely helps a whole lot. With Tyler Badish having, now had a season underneath his belt, having Connor McGovern, who has some games in there, and Connor Williams. That's still not a bad offensive line. Yes. Hey, what's up, Gina? How are you doing? Yes, unfortunately, Zack is out. Cowboys 27, Bucks 24. San Francisco had the most injuries in the league. True. And the Dallas Cowboys, we weren't any slouches in that category either. I finally figured out what they said. He'll change the name again. He's a little punk. Thanks for the hint. Yeah, touchdown freak. Yeah, he is. Instead of just saying, you know what, you're right. It's going to be, I'll just change my name. Oh, that's not me. That's just being a little punk. But that's okay because I come in here and I take when I'm wrong, I take it like a man. I don't weasel out. But, to each his own. So, I just came in to drop by and say, give you guys a little taste of what's going on. That and to double check and make sure that everything is everything here on the set to make sure we ready for tomorrow. And I believe we're ready. I got my man, David Wiley, working on the food. That means I've got more time to go ahead and do everything else. Now, I'm going to end this thing up. Let's go to Skip and Shannon because they say Dak Prescott is – I thought this was right, or is this the wrong one? Is this the right one? 1,000 – okay, yeah, this is one. Let's play this and see what Skip and Shannon –
it gave us a glimpse inside to what Mike McCarthy – I don't know if he's really that bland and dull as far as speaking in front of his team, but I think we got an idea of like – okay,
Kudo 88, you're 100% right on that. We do have more trolls than
probably
fans.
Looks at him a little different today than they did before the season started. You mentioned that Jerry would like to treat this like a Thanksgiving Day. He'd like to do this every year. Skip, he in Detroit, they're going to be on Thanksgiving every single year. Jerry would like to do this every single year because it gives him an opportunity to showcase Jerry Jones. You get a chance to see the star. You get a chance to see the big old shiny building that, in Jerry's world. So Jerry really likes this.
And how did episode 5 end last night? With about 15 straight minutes of Jerry from on high in his office, overlooking the practice field, watching his team at work.
Exactly. So for me, Skip, look, I saw, in practice, CD, Amari make a couple of nice catches. The thing that I really, really could relate to, Skip, being a 7th round draft pick and waiting for the phone to ring, hoping it doesn't ring. Say Shannon Blaine, your playbook. And we were sharing rooms back then. We were in the hotel.
Right.
Clarion Hotel. I'll never forget it. Me and a buddy of mine, B.Mac, I know you're watching, and the phone rang. It rang. I ain't answering, Skip. You finna tell me I'm going home, bring my playbook.
Pre-cell phone.
yeah, this is pre-cell phone.
This is the room phone. Yeah.
This is the room phone, Skip. I'm like, I ain't answering the phone.
Yep.
Then he comes out, backside, homeboy, they got me. Good luck the rest of the way. And, we still good friends today. We still talk to this day.
Was that the end of his career?
That was it. He played a couple of years in the World League.
Okay.
And then that was it.
Well, there was a lot of that going on last night.
Yeah.
Except all of the potential victims all wound up on the practice squad. See, there was no practice squad.
Actually, 90 was the first year, but we didn't know anything about the practice squad. It was in its infancy then. I think there was like 5. They kept 5 players.
And now it's 16, so it seems like everybody's in the practice.
Maybe 7, Skip.
Now Le'Veon Bell's on the practice squad.
Yeah,
what's up, love?
Back then, Skip, you had to basically no NFL experience or 1 year. You couldn't be 7, 8 years in the league and then get on the practice squad. So that was something that I could relate to. I thought Diggs' son.
Oh, he just took it over. He
loves that. He's like, you're not matching Mahomes. He's like, bro, you got to do a better job, man. You got to stop calling me Patrick Mahomes.
That kid's going to be a star.
Yeah, but Skip, you know what? You're going to be able to look back this in 20 years from now, because I remember Christian McCaffrey. Remember we showed the picture at the Super Bowl, Skip, how he was. He was like that, coming around, hanging it with his dad in the locker room.
Was he that outgoing?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
He and I played the Power Rangers. He and his brothers was always on the field playing football. So
he's become more quiet.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
he was a little bit more outgoing when he was younger. But so for me, Skip, look, I'm glad to see Dak's back out there. He looks good. Now, last night was the first time I was like, okay, Dak looked like he does.
That was the wrong. You know what? I'm gonna leave that nonsense right there. But tomorrow night is going to be fun. We're going to be out here. I'm still setting everything up because we want to make sure that you guys have a great time. We're going to have some people here. We're going to have my man Clarence and E2 Blue, DMV, my man David Wiley, Daniel will be here. Of course, Michael Anthony Fitness. I'm actually getting all the microphones all hooked up, and we're going to change the set around a little bit so it may look a little bit different than what it does right now. Damn, yeah, right. These clowns. It's funny because here's my take on the clowns. Is they're so worried about the Dallas Cowboys because they know they've got nothing for their team. Philly 500. He's literally, instead of actually concentrating on what the Eagles are going to do, he's out here making joke videos about me and Bad Dog. I don't know where he's got time to do that. I'm sitting here dealing with breaking news on, will Zack Martin play? How's Dak Prescott's arm and shoulder? You would think that, with Jalen Hurts now being named the starting quarterback, just a few days ago, that having the new players that they have, a new head coach, that he would be doing like breakdowns and analysis and stuff. No, he's spending all his time worrying about Cowboys.
Just got another weapon to prove, and CeeDee Lamb is a weapon in every shape of the word. I fire Howie. Fucking fire. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker!
What an idiot!
What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
I don't understand. I just don't understand how they have time to go ahead and make joke videos and things of us, because I'm sitting here ready to go ahead and get playing with the Cowboys and everything. Keaton, what's happening? How are you doing? Lola, what's up? Sugar Daddy Williams, if Tom Brady loses to Dallas, he will officially be off the cliff. You know what? It might be time. It might be time for the Cowboys to finally step up. I feel good about this team. You can tell me that I'm crazy, but I honestly believe that the Dallas Cowboys...
Oh, yeah? Me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
It could be that they're on a mission from God, y'all. I'm not ready to go ahead and say that this Cowboys team is going to get their ass kicked. I'm not. I believe that this team is young, they're hungry, and they have things to prove. That instead of just showing up like they do and ready to do a swipe, that they understand that you want respect. You got to kick your ass out there, and you got to make them respect you. And I think this Dallas Cowboys team is ready to punch somebody in the mouth. That they done heard all you mother humpers out there saying, we crap, we suck, we sorry, you got no chance. That they going to step up into the breach, and they're going to go ahead and show up, show off, and try and come out of here with the victory. I'm going to believe it. And I, for one, am one of those people that believe if you don't think something can happen, it damn sure doesn't. But first, you got to believe that you can do it. And then you got to work your ass off to get there. And I believe that this team believes that they can do it. And I want to say that these guys, all off-season, from the OTAs to the off-season workouts, the mini camps, working out together, that this team has busted their ass and believes in themselves. And they have become a tight-knit group that's ready to rock and roll. Maybe I'm wrong. But you know what? Win or lose, I'll be here after the game. The question is, will you mother humpers and the Cowboys win? I'm betting MC George. I bet you his ass will come back in a new name. So with that being said, guys, you know, I'm not going to take up too much of the YouTube tonight, okay? I'm going to go upstairs, take care of some business, get my eat on. Zeppelin fan, what's up? Get my eat on. And then I'm going to come back out here and do some more work on the set. So let's leave it with Jerry Jones.
Come to my mind, we had a great run of it. He's a great coach, and I'm proud to have him as a friend and proud to have had the times that we had. We just had a great experience.
Can you answer Switch's question now?
What?
Do you think you could answer Barry's question now?
I've never been able to know why. I fucked it up. That, not just that, but anything else. No, I can't answer those questions.
All right, y'all. I'll see you guys a little bit later. We're going to be partying tomorrow night. Thank you as always.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
I'll see you guys later.
For us today, and we will leave you with a, I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thank